Hey, we're back for another episode of Talking Chaos, and I'm the Condor, as usual. Fred is with me. I hope, otherwise I'm talking to myself, and I've got a really great idea of what his voice sounds like. And our guest today is my friend Harley. She brought me to the Pig Farm Metal Show you guys may have heard about in one of our previous episodes. She's also the first contributor to our Patreon, I want to say. First ever.
You had the metrics on that. I'm not 100%.
Yeah, I think she was the first ever contributor to our Patreon.
No, I'm going to take credit even if I'm not. I was.
That's fair. So in today's episode, we're going to be talking about elements of personal hygiene, the degrees that people should be allowed to go with maintaining said hygiene. Yeah, in their private life too. Like, I don't think it's acceptable for anybody to go 2 weeks without showering, even if I don't see them.
Well, I feel like there's always a level of like you're sitting in your own home and you're like, I feel disgusting just sitting here.
So disgusting is your house.
Well, I mean, if you haven't showered in, what'd you say, Condor? 2 weeks? You've got to be sitting there like, how greasy am I?
2 weeks though, like you don't care anymore. Like,
no.
You've abandoned.
Really, once you go past 7 days, you kind of have hit that nah, you've abandoned all hope. Like
at that point, you're in the public supermarket and they're looking at you, and you turn to them and you're like, yeah, I know it's me.
Are you just at that point where you'd rather cut your hair off than wash it?
I've done that.
Have you?
I've done that with my facial hair pretty recently.
Yeah.
Because it's hard, man. You get the thick beard going, and you can't scrub to the skin. It feels like you're trying to dig through a Brillo pad. Like,
you don't have any of that beard conditioner.
I can't imagine women going through. I've seen women with some thick ass hair on their head. How y'all get the scalp clean is beyond me.
Well, no, generally I just try not to brush it, and then you just put it up. And it looks like a messy bun. Like, hey, she's got a really great messy bun going on. But no, I didn't fucking feel like brushing it for 2 days.
You do that for too long as a female, she steps away from you, bro.
Yeah.
Fred, you don't have any hair problems.
No, it's not even that I'm follically challenged. I just, shave it all off.
He admitted long ago defeat and has since enthralled himself with the razor lifestyle.
I thought he was just embracing his 30-year-old self.
Well, I mean, I started shaving my head back in when I was 23, but it was more of a not only is it within regs for because I have to with the military and whatnot actually be in regs and all that shit, but it's also the
oh yeah, you guys can't have long hair.
Yeah, it's also convenient as fuck. I don't have to go to the barber and pay somebody to do it. I just go upstairs to my fucking bathroom and shave my head real quick. It's
sexy. I don't know why I don't have video of that. Maybe bonus content for people in the future.
It's gotta be a ton easier. I would just shave my head.
Really? As a female, you would totally shave your head if you thought it was socially acceptable?
I honestly thought about doing it. I had a friend who had cancer, and she had to go through chemo and lost all her hair. And I'm like, what if we just all shaved our head in support? And I'm like, then I don't have to worry about washing.
I'm going to pull a Rachel in that beach episode of Friends and convince you that it's a good idea to shave your head.
Yeah. I would do it.
I know that we've all seen that.
I mean, honestly, it's just hair. It's going to grow back. I would totally do it.
Well, if you support this podcast and you want to see Harley with the shaved head, let us know. Emails can be sent at talkingchaospodcast@gmail.com. And as always, check out our YouTube channel, Talking Chaos. Different levels of personal hygiene, right? Brushing of the teeth. I'll be honest, I'm real bad at that.
Well, I mean,
every year or so, I gotta have another one pulled.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
You also look like you're you came from Britain with your dental hygiene.
Yeah, no, I definitely have the dental hygiene of a Brit. That's for sure. I'll totally. I don't even drink that much tea. I don't have anything to blame. I just it's de facto, like I'm a rebel. I hate toothpaste companies. That's what I'll say. So like, yeah, sure.
Other than your Caucasian-ish, that's the only thing. You just rebel against toothpaste companies.
Right. Do you guys have issue with personal oral hygiene the same that I do as a bird?
So, I personally hate flossing my teeth, and like it's the thing that drives me nuts. But I still do it. Like I hate it, but I fucking do it.
I actually work at a dentist office, so no, I kind of have to, because I feel like if you fail in flossing or brushing, and you work at a dental office, that's just kind of like you're failing at your job.
Yeah, but I've been to Walmart before, so like that's a thing. People fail at their jobs all the time.
Well, this is not one job that you want to fail at. You just go in with nasty teeth, calcium all over, looks just disgusting, and then you're like, "Hi, do you want to make another appointment?" No.
So your career choice leads you to have the most profound, perfect oral hygiene that you can manage to upkeep on a regular basis.
Yeah, I think probably my teeth are the best oral hygiene I have. The best hygiene in general.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We did ask, we commented for a second on like the length of time that we're allowed to go without bathing. I personally haven't showered right now in a couple of days. It's 4th of July weekend. I don't give a fuck right now.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
This is my personal form of celebration as an American.
I'm on day 4, but 3 of those days were spent at a beach, at a lake. So
nice.
She's had some form of
water went through it.
Water right on her.
Yeah,
Y'all
shirt
are dirty
washed out.
motherfuckers.
There's sand filtering my hair right now. It's fine.
Y'all are dirty motherfuckers.
Yeah, well,
I showered earlier this evening.
I'm almost okay with the fact that we're doing this cast remotely, or Fred would have like one of those clothespins on his nose, like one of those old ass cartoons. That'd be hilarious. What about, we're gonna go here because I'm like, fuck it. What's your situation look downstairs? Are you taking care of yourself? Is there manscaping happening?
I mean, I have hardwood floors. The carpet matches the drapes.
Oh, that was the best ball joke I've ever heard. That was fucking killer. I gotta say, my downstairs very similarly resembles my face. Like, so far too long, something short, and it's a little unkept.
You're not sure what's really going on there.
Like a time traveler.
Where some of it starts and the other part ends.
None of it is styled for appearance. I will tell you that right now. Yeah, the butcher's gonna have a hard time selling my meats.
Oh my gosh! Really, you gotta cut that shit. Keep it short so shit doesn't get tangled, and you're good. You're good.
No, it's I want to take advantage of other people's opportunity to floss while they're down there. Yeah, that's what I did. It was a terrible joke. I loved it though.
I'm so glad my dad's going to be listening to this podcast.
That's a warlock vomiting. I never thought I'd be able to say that I got made a warlock vomit. If you guys enjoy Warlock Vomit, tune in.
I'll just be thinking of people flossing their teeth on Condor's junk.
Well, the most ridiculous part is that I'm adamant about trimming nose hairs and ear hairs. That's like the one thing that I do every single day, but I can't manage to get in my shower with the same regulation.
So you're okay with like the nose hairs and the ear hairs and everything like that, but you can't like trim it just a little bit, make your junk look like even a little bigger or something. I mean, I've heard you need a little help with that.
As a bird, there's not a lot of competition for length or girthiness. So, and it's hard trimming feathers. I will say this. No,
pluck those motherfuckers.
So what do condors do? As like a mating ritual, if you're don't care about length or anything. You don't have pretty feathers.
As a bird, well, you just it's like the way that humans meet each other in a public bar setting. Like you just hope for the best. Like, we're not breeding for the sake of humanity. This is happening accidentally. It's a byproduct of our gatherings. What other types of personal hygiene are there?
Oh my God, your feet.
Oh,
Yes.
Your feet. That's a big one.
For some people.
For some people.
What do you mean? Like, what types of
mean,
hygiene in regard to your feet specifically? I feel like I'm in the dark about
some people just let their feet go and they get stanky.
Like for a walk, like you gotta take off. I'm gonna catch up with you later.
No, like I mean, like in some of it, some of it's like washing. You know, your socks can make your feet really sweaty if you have to do a lot of manual labor. If you like, you know, have a job that you actually are on your feet all the time. And some people just disregard. They're just like, nope, I'm not going to take care of my feet. And then they get nasty.
Yeah, I've seen some scaly feet. And like, we've all seen those videos of that guy like peeling parts of his foot off.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
So let me
take the thick skin out.
Pedicures do wonders. As a man, I've had a pedicure, and they do wonders. Yes,
really?
It's amazing.
Am I the only one a part of this podcast right now that's never had a pedicure?
Nope.
You've never had a pedicure?
I've never had a pedicure.
Oh my God, Fred, you're the girliest person in the podcast.
You are. You've showered this morning. Yeah. You've had
pedicures.
Hey, what a crazy white bitch.
Hold my Cosmo.
Yep. Martinis all around. It's cool. What was Carrie like in the second season?
You know, if you ask me, she was honestly kind of a slut.
I have no idea the context for even the joke that I made. To be honest,
I have seen the occasional episode of Sex and the City.
What do they have to say on hygiene? Is it a must?
I would assume so, yes.
Yeah, the basic white bitch. It's all hygiene is a must.
I think it's even remarkable that, like, I've talked to friends and even prostitutes are hung up on hygiene. Like, you think of all the people in the world.
No, they have to
exception.
They have to keep their shit clean, or people aren't going to come back. They're not going to have any customers. Like, nobody wants.
They have to have
their
clientele.
Hygiene. Yeah. I mean, their clients' hygiene.
Oh, I thought you meant there. Like you can't go in a nasty prostitute.
Showering. Right. It's quite interesting in my opinion. I don't know. I haven't talked to that many prostitutes.
Also, though, have you sucked a sweaty dick? Like, nobody wants to do that.
I mean,
it was sweaty.
The clientele has to keep that shit clean too.
I was quite inebriated. Frankly, it could have been a garden hose. I don't know.
Just pecking at that fucker.
Something tasted metallic.
Oh my gosh.
So what you're saying is you were a peck and a pecker.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Nothing's scarier than when birds try to get head. Okay, think about that for a second.
So many great visuals today.
This is a fantastic episode. I am the Condor. Yeah, no, I don't know. I've definitely gotten busy. Air quotes. I think you guys know where I'm going with this. When I was not in my most presentable state. And then afterwards, I'm like, I don't know who should feel worse. Me for allowing that to happen or her for even doing that.
I'm telling you right now, if a woman goes down on a dude and he's got sweaty balls, she better be getting a high five or some shit, because that is the nastiest.
A high five.
A high five.
A pat on the back. A good job. I mean, I'm telling you what.
That's it. That's all you demand is a high five or a pat on the back. You're not like, oh, I demand orgasm. Or orgasms will be my payment.
I mean, I'm telling you what, you got to get something, because any BJ with some swamp ass down there is just the worst. The worst.
Well, I will say that the same goes for the opposing gender. I have gone scuba diving and gone right back up again. Nobody's going for Olympic tonight, I swear to God. there's some stalagmites or something. I
Oh
swear.
God.
It's moist.
Good God.
I think on that I'm gonna call it an end. I think. What did we? Yeah, that's fair, right? Sure.
Sure.
All right. Yep. If you guys enjoyed this episode, stay tuned for another episode of Talking Chaos. Harley,
We'd like to
thank you
thank
again for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And as Fred was about to say, as I rudely interrupted, we'd love to thank our patrons and anybody else who supports us. Check us out on all the social media sites, Talking Chaos. Fred, any other words?
And this podcast is supported by the patron. It's possible by our patrons, so we greatly appreciate them. And if you'd like to join our patrons, please join them at patreon.com/talkingchaos.